Welcome to the Heal Your Hunger Show, where we get to the heart of why you overeat and how to stop. If you struggle with food and weight like I did, welcome home. Welcome, everybody, to the Heal Your Hunger Show. So happy to have you here. It is a great day to be alive, and thanks for joining us. If you're here at the show for the first time, I'm super happy to have you here. This is like hopefully a breath of fresh air for you, because if you've been on the diet roller coaster ride, I know something about you. So that something is that you're tired. You're tired of the fight, right? You're tired of the fight. You're tired of the struggle. I'm just excited to let you know that you don't have to fight or struggle anymore. Heal Your Hunger is a totally different tack if you want to lose weight, but stop struggling with food and weight. So it comes basically as a byproduct of addressing emotional eating. And when you do that, it's like the weight comes off, but it's not your focus. Does that sound good? Not only that, you get happy and more productive and have better relationships as you do it. So that's what we do here. Many of our shows are recorded live, and we do that in the Secret Sauce group. So if you're not part of our Facebook group, which is where we start as a support system for emotional eaters, go to Facebook and type in the Secret Sauce to End Emotional Eating, and we will let you in. We will encourage you and love on you, okay? And then if you're not sure if you're an emotional eater, you can actually take the quiz on my website, which is healyourhunger.com. Take the emotional eating quiz, get your personalized score, and find out where you stand. Are you an emotional eater or food addict or somewhere in between? All right, so my show today is super interesting and different, and hopefully incredibly inspiring. So my guest is Todd Zimmerman, and he's the author of Oliver the Ornament, the series of books about a little ornament. So it's perfect leading up to the holidays. It's a book that you may want to share with your kids and grandkids. You're going to hear the story behind how this came about. And hopefully also, if you have always wanted to write a book, hopefully you'll be inspired by Todd's, what he's done with one little inspiration. And that's all it takes, that little spark, that little divine idea. If you take the ball and run with it, it can turn into not only a book, but a business and even a movement. So on with the show. Hey, Todd, welcome to the show.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. It was fun to meet you recently. I loved your story. I thought it would be a great, holiday topic for us. And I think what's really inspiring about what's happened for you is you one day, in a very kind of, unassuming way, you had your heart, we'll get into your story, but you had a little tug on your heart. And you followed that tug, and it's turned into not only a series of books, but a product and a movement, if you will, for Oliver the Ornament. And I just love that you turned what was just something so simple and innocuous into a beautiful thing. And I want to talk about that, following that inspiration, because I think lots of people have tugs on their heart, but think, oh, I could never write a book, or, oh, I could never build a business, or, oh, that takes too much work or whatever. So, hooey to that. Tell us your story.
Well, I agree. Hooey to that. So that's the motto today. Hooey to that. No, follow your dreams. If I always say, if somebody's knocking, open the door. You never know who it is.
Amen.
And somebody was knocking. It was 6 years ago, and I was decorating my partner's mom's Christmas tree. We had a tradition every year that he would put the nativity up, his mom Joan would supervise, and I would decorate the Christmas tree. So I'm hanging the last of literally 200 ornaments on the tree, and he comes down and he's like, "Come on, you don't have to hang every ornament on the tree." And I'm holding this ornament in my hand, and I said to him, I'm like, "So what am I supposed to do with this guy?" I'm like, "I'm going to put him in the attic and he's going to miss Christmas. And then all of a sudden, all the other ornaments are going to go back in the attic in January, and they're going to make fun of him because he missed out on so much fun at the Hearst family over the course of these 2 weeks. And all of a sudden, like, well, my partner by that point has left the room. He thinks I'm nuts. But the light goes on in my head. I'm thinking, oh my God, a story about an ornament that gets left behind in the attic. There's never been a Christmas story about ornaments. And yet ornaments are so many of our most precious Christmas possessions. If you ask anyone, what Christmas decoration would you never ever want to part with? It'd be your ornament collection. So my wheels are spinning, and my background is marketing and advertising. So, I helped a lot of businesses in my career, but never started my own business. But so my wheels are just spinning for 3-4 days. And fast forward, it's Christmas morning, 4:00, and I wake up at my parents' house, and all of a sudden the story came to me. I went down to my mom's computer. I wrote the book, Oliver the Ornament. And then then I read it Christmas morning to everyone in our household, and there was not a dry eye in the house. Everyone, including I know it was, I cried 3 times because it's like, it's emotional. And everyone else cried at least 2 times. So it's an emotional story. It's a really sweet story. It's a really kind story. It's a traditional story. And then over the course of the next 20 months, I built the business. And, I wrote the book in 45 minutes, but and then I tweaked it, of course. But then it took me literally 20 months to launch the business.
I love it. And was anybody a naysayer, like, you're doing what?
Not to my face. No, people thought it was amazing. They thought it was really cool. And what I found really exciting, even before the story, like before people were reading the story, is I would have moms and grandmas come up to me with tears in their eyes, telling me that they had heard about this story and how special that was, because they themselves have such a special connection with ornaments, and they buy them for their children or their grandchildren every year. And this series celebrates that tradition of how every ornament tells a story. And so even before I launched the business, I knew I was onto something, because I had written this kid's book, but it was resonating with the people who are going to buy the book, which is the moms and the grandmas and the great grandmas.
Yeah, I love that. And can you tell us a little bit about Oliver the Ornament?
Sure. Well, it's actually a 7-book series. So
Okay.
The first book starts Thanksgiving night, and then the last book ends Christmas morning. So the series follows one family's entire Christmas season. I kind of call it a cross between Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Scooby-Doo. So it's got the tradition and the wonderful holiday warmth of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but it has some mystery in it of Scooby-Doo. And so there's a lot of aha moments. Like, for example, Oliver, who's the star of the series, he has a broken arm. And because he has a broken arm, he gets bullied and made fun of by some of the other characters.
Okay.
So it's really important. In every one of our books, we show that even in the face of bullying, you still can have a really positive attitude. And Oliver always has this really amazing positive attitude. So we're teaching children that even when you're facing adversity, you don't let that adversity define who you are. Instead, you can overcome that adversity and accomplish great things. So there's a real special message in every single story. We also end each story with this really great cliffhanger. And that's exciting because, as they say, the plot thickens. So the kids get more and more excited. It was really fun for me last year after Christmas. I can't even tell you how many emails I got from people saying, when is the next book getting released? My grandkids are on their edge of their seat. They can't wait to see what Nellie is doing next. And so it's really fun.
Oh, I love that. So cool. And then is this this is obviously Oliver. I'm holding this
Yep.
up for those who are watching the video. This is Oliver. And the book, is this the book in here as well?
Yep.
I should have opened it. It looks so nice. I'm like, well, I don't know that I want to open this. I might want to give it away.
Oh no, open it. No,
Okay.
see, and that's a great thing. Like you can touch Oliver. You don't have to move him every night. He doesn't go to the North Pole. You know, you can, you know, moms and grandma, you know, if you're a mom out there, you can have a glass of wine and you don't have to worry about moving him every night. And you know, it's just, you know, he's just a sweet little, you know, sweet little character.
I love it. So you followed your dream. I mean, that little spark of divinity inside of you basically was fanned into a flame, and you built this business. So congratulations, first of all, for all the creativity and the follow through. Super, super impressive. And what do you want people? I mean, obviously this brings a lot of joy to people, which is really sweet. I mean, we're so addicted to our screens and the digital age, but I love that you're like, this is like, you're bringing it back home, right? You're bringing it back home to a real books that you hold in your hand, you know, that you read to your kids and grandkids. And I know you probably have it online too, but I'm just saying it kind of feels nostalgic and back to our roots of just keeping things simple.
Well, yeah, that's it. It's, you know, like we have the whole line of my products is we have a few messages. One is to promote kindness, especially in the face of bullying. So we've got an anti-bullying message, but we've taken a different approach to the anti-bullying message. I believe that children are constantly told what they should not do over and over and over. You're told over and over and over what not to do. And at a certain point, children just tune out on that.
Yeah.
So I think it's important as adults that we encourage children what to do. And so over and over, we are showing children through Oliver what the good things are to do. In fact, many school teachers have embraced our program called Oliver's Day of Kindness, and they take Oliver, and here, I'll take him off my little tree here. And he sits on the desk, and when the teacher sees that Oliver, when the teacher sees a child doing something kind in the classroom for another child, they move Oliver over. So Oliver's kind of become this mascot of kindness.
Oh, I love that.
So, you know, so that's something really, really special that we're promoting in every single book. We're also promoting that, you know what, families need to spend more time together. We just need to spend more time together. So, you know, even though we've created these narrated ebooks, which are really great and they're studio created, you know, we want the families to be watching them together. You know, it's not okay, you know, for, you know, little Johnny to be sitting over on the sofa while his sister's sitting on the next to him, and their younger brother is sitting next to them, and they're all on their separate devices. You know, if they're going to be on their device, and they're going to be on their device, there's no question. We cannot remove devices from children as much as we would want to.
Yeah.
But maybe we can give them content that they can share together and they can enjoy together.
I love that. So it's narrated and it has visuals, or is it a movie?
Yeah,
Like
it's kind of like a movie. It's
okay.
like, so it's, you know, I mean, we have the physical books as well, certainly, but the narrated ebooks are great because it's talking to children in their language, how they're consuming media today. But yet it's engaging, so they can read along, they can learn how to read. They're being read to by the author himself. So I did the narration. So I went to it was funny, can I tell off on a tangent here? So I went to a studio and we're interviewing all this talent, all this voiceover talent to do the reading of the book. And I'm like, that guy's not just right. That woman, it's not quite right. It's not quite right. And all of a sudden, the head of the recording studio says, "Dude, you've got a radio voice. You need to do the narration." And I'm like, so and who knows the book's better than the author? So it's kind of neat that the parents can say, "Hey, listen, we're going to sit down, and the author's going to read this book to you." That's kind of special.
I love
Um,
that.
and the kids, they turn the page on the device, they can pause it, but they can get the physical books too. They can get the actual physical
Okay.
book. So
That's what I like. So how do people order this? How do they get the most bang for their buck? How do they pay it forward?
well, there's a few ways. I believe there's going to be a link in your you're going to have so you're going to have a link in the show notes. So that's the very best way. There's a lot of products that we're going to be selling. We've got, all of the narrated ebooks. We've got all of the physical books. We've got tons and tons of different products, all of our different ornaments. We just released our 5th book. So the 5th book is out. 6th book comes out next year, and then 7th in 2024. So clicking on the show note, that link is the very best way to do it.
Okay, fantastic. I love that. And then there's if people buy during the Tuesday giving, is it what it's called?
Giving Tuesday. Yes. So like I said, Oliver has this broken arm, right? And because of that, he can't do certain things, and then he gets bullied as a result. In every book, I have what's called the hero chapter, where I show that Oliver, even with his challenges, can overcome all odds and save the day. So his message really resonates with kids who are facing some tough times. So we've donated over 4,000 copies of our book to hospitalized kids already, which,
Nice.
I'm really, which is very meaningful to me. And so what we're doing on Giving Tuesday, because now we've created these narrated ebooks, is for every ebook we sell, we're going to donate another ebook to a hospitalized child. We are hoping to just blow it up this year. I've got relationships with many, many children's hospitals. And if anyone out there works at a children's hospital and wants to reach out to me, you can reach out to me through our website at olivertheornament.com. I'd be thrilled to work with any children's hospital out there.
Beautiful. I love that. Well, this definitely is a great way to start our holiday, our whole holiday season. So thanks for bringing this to us and the story of your, building of a business just on the one thought about the one ornament that might be left out. So I love that. It's really sweet, and congratulations on all the success.
Well, thanks so much. And you know what? Anyone can do it. And if you put your mind to it, anyone can do it. You put your mind to it and you can do it.
I love that. And everybody, please pick up, the book, the ornament, and pass it along to those you love. Let them enjoy the joy, and the message in Oliver the Ornament. So thanks so much, Todd. This has been super fun, and congratulations. And thanks for giving us something, that we can use to really promote kindness in the world.
Well, thanks so much for having me.
Great to have you.
If you enjoyed this podcast and want to get free support, insider health info, exclusive invites to events, and more, visit healyourhunger.com.